community. Good Saturday morning to you. This is Robert from Block's Sonic Wafers. And I understand that there is a thread going around where people are naming their top 10 favorite Harry Smith songs. I didn't know so many people were aware of Harry Smith. The Harry Smith anthology, as some call it, is the Bible of folk music during the 1950s and 1960s Greenwich Village folk scene. Oh wait, not that Harry Smith. I'm talking about this Harry Smith. I first saw Harry Smith in concert in 1975. Here is my ticket stub. The next year, in 1976, me and a friend piled into our wheels and ventured down to Atlanta, Georgia. That's about 5 hours away from me. Harry Smith was performing at the Omni. We got there a couple of days early, and as is, there's mostly always something going on in Atlanta, we perused the newspapers to find out what that might be. And the night before the Omni show, Mahogany Rush was playing at Alex Cooley's Electric Ballroom. What a great venue. I've been there a few times and seen some great shows in there. Well, this particular night was, as aforementioned, the night before the Harry Smith show. And so we were watching Mahogany Rush. What they did was they'd have an opening band, and then Mahogany Rush, and then the opener would play again, and then Mahogany Rush would play again. And right before Mahogany Rush's second time around up on the stage, in walks Harry Smith and his whole band of cohorts. And they bellied up to the bar, and as I did as well. So I got to chatting with Harry Smith himself, and I've got his autograph from that event, which I will now post right here. So there it is on an Alex Cooley's napkin, which is all that was available. You know, when you're out in a bar drinking, you don't carry around stuff for autographs. But he was very kind. When I told him my name, he acted like he recognized the name and just, made me feel like we were regular people. That was very cool. And an interesting thing that I noted, when he left, they had some stairs you had to go up to get out, and sitting on that stairs was a very pretty young lady. And Harry Smith just put his hand out like this, and that young pretty thing just grabbed his hand and went right with him. So I assume Harry Smith had a nice evening before the day of the show. So getting to the list. And I made a weird list because I just wanted to try to stay away from all the usual regulars, but there's some of those in here as well. Like this one. The first one on my list is Toys in the Attic. Great song, and from the same album, Uncle Salty. This is my SACD 5.1 surround sound version of Toys in the Attic. An awesome mix. Alright, and after that I have got The Other Side on my list. And these are really in no particular order. This is an EP, different mix. It has the LP version of The Other Side. It has Matt Dyke honky tonk version of The Other Side. The Other Side club mix. Theme from Wayne's World. And My Girl, the LP version. I like these maxi singles like this. They always have some cool material on them that is not on the regular album. So The Other Side is my third choice. Sick as a Dog. What album's that from? It's not this one. That's Walking the Dog. Well, I should have ordered these a little better. I think they're on this one. There we go. Sick as a Dog from Rocks, one of the most popular albums. And I noticed some people making their lists are poo-pooing the later half of Aerosmith's career, which I call the sober half because that was it. And you know, a lot of artists have gotten sober and clean in life and come back with their career, which is admirable, and they're fortunate that they lived to do that. But the interesting thing about Aerosmith is not just one of them or two of them got clean and sober. The entire band got clean and sober. And I actually believe that influenced their later output and to me put it way up there with some of their best work. But some of their best work was in the early half of their career as well. Moving Out. That's probably not on anybody else's list as a favorite, but it's one of my favorites because I learned how to play it on guitar early on, and so I like to whoop that lick out every now and again. That was, of course, on their first album, second to the last song, right before Walking the Dog, which is not on my list, but that is a great song by the Memphis legend Rufus Thomas. The Memphis legend Rufus Thomas, who actually has historical landmark signs posted there on Beale Street. He also wrote The Funky Chicken, and I got to see him one time. Okay, Sweet Emotion. I already showed my 5.1 version of that album. That's definitely on my list. And here's an oddity that probably doesn't get on most people's list. Hangman Jury. I really like that song. It's got a good funky delta beat with some good blues harmonica in it. So that made my list just to shake things up a little bit. Next, and the next two are on everybody's list. Lord of the Thighs, Seasons of Wither. Both fantastic tunes. And after that, I have got Living on the Edge. That song starts out with a riff that sounds like Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. It's got a great Irish kind of feel to it. But then it takes off into the main section of the song. Living on the Edge, I like it for the theme of the song and the lyrics, but I also like the beat. And here's another maxi single. It's got the LP version of Living on the Edge. It's got the acoustic Living on the Edge. It's got the demo of Living on the Edge. Previously unreleased song Don't Stop. And previously unreleased song Can't Stop Messin'. I'm sure they're probably well-known songs by this point. But again, I like the maxi singles for that reason. I also have a maxi single of Amazing, which is not on my list. It's got the LP version, Gotta Love It LP version, Amazing, Orchestral Rehearsal, no, orchestral version, I'm sorry, and Amazing Acoustic version. Alright, so we're at the top of the list, but I'm going to add a couple of bonuses. Eat the Rich should be in my list somewhere. That's a great song. And again, I like the theme. And lastly, Ragdoll. And the reason I include Ragdoll, I told you the story of meeting Harry Smith in Atlanta. Well, another opportunity came around. In 1988, the band made the video for Ragdoll, and I got an invitation to be there for the filming of the part of the video. Basically, it was all the shots on the big stage. There's a lot of shots in the video done in New Orleans, and there's some shots of a venue that's much smaller than where I was. So it's all kind of mixed together. But I got to watch them do the Ragdoll video, the live portion, and they did the song, it must have been 40 times. They had a huge crowd there for it. But the crowd thinned out as the evening wore on. I took my stepdaughter, by the way. She's no longer with us. But she had a great time. And as the evening wound down, they invited everybody that remained to come up on the stage. And I thought that was pretty cool of them. It was a long evening. Everybody had to be tired, especially the band. But they took time to mingle with their fans that were left behind there. And it was an evening I'll never forget. So that was my two opportunities to meet the guys. And Harry Smith was cordial and just as friendly as ever. So I was really glad when Run DMC broke out Walk This Way and got Aerosmith involved, which pulled them back out of the cornfield, so to speak, and got them back on the road to making music as sober people like they ought to be, and ought to be making music. That's what I meant by that. So, that's my list. I think I went over 10 with my bonuses. I've always enjoyed Harry Smith's music, and I got in on the ground floor. I've got all this stuff on vinyl. There's Pump, Get Your Wings, Permanent Vacation, their first one, Rocks, and of course Toys in the Attic 5.1. I had Get a Grip. It was in a limited edition fall faux cowhide package. Unfortunately, it got ruined in a flood, so it's no longer with me. I'm going to have to get a replacement. They have a few more recent albums that I do not have. I've heard bits and pieces. But they're still a great band as far as I'm concerned. I know they've gone off in some different directions, and Harry Smith himself made a shot at the country charts. He came to my town and did a set at the Bristol Motor Speedway. I didn't catch that one. But anyway, that's my Harry Smith top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're not a fan of Harry Smith, go out and check him out. Go and put something on your turntable right now. See ya. I almost forgot. I can't listen to good music without my wingman, actually wing girl, Molly. Have a look up here, Molly. Good girl. Good girl. You want to go for a walkie? All right.